why they be giving away houses for free. Part 2. I'm doing a part 2 to this because I feel like the part 1 didn't really give the meat of why a person would give you a house away for free. So we're gonna dive into it, all right? And we gotta make this quick because almost like I done took a couple days on a personal time. I'm on a personal leave. I didn't really do shit today for real. And I haven't went on lab in the last 2 days or so. So I gotta make up for that. So I'm gonna try to condense this down in like a few minutes because I'm about to go check out a movie. I'm still on that me time. I'm about to go check out Avengers, and it's like a 2-hour long movie. The movie start in like 30 minutes or less, so I gotta really be on here for about 20 minutes or less so I can get to this movie and be on time for that. All right. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
So this is how to get what you want from what I did in my day. In a few minutes, / quick flipper confessions. I confess, I've been on some personal ish, like for real. That's why I ain't been on in about 2 days. But I want to cover exactly what I did yesterday. Not so much today because I didn't do much of anything. So what I'm doing, I'm going on my calendar. I don't know why I'm going on my calendar. I don't know why I'm going on my calendar because I pretty much did do ish on this calendar. All right, so today is Wednesday, April. I should have looked at my calendar. Yeah, I should have looked at my calendar, but today is Wednesday, it's not even April anymore. It's May the 1st. And I had a real estate meeting that I should have went to at 6, but if I'd have known it was on here, I probably still wouldn't have went. And let me tell you what I did do between the hours of 6 to 9. I was asleep. I've been asleep most of the day today. And that's what I love about this lifestyle. Not that you should go to sleep most days and just zone out from the world, but the fact that I could take a day off and I was asleep a lot of the day, from like 4 to 9. I did get up early. I did get up earlier. I did not put in the notes. I'm gonna have to just go off of my memory. I got up I got up early, like 7 or 8, and I was enjoying my yard. And I'm gonna go into that in a minute. It's kind of gonna drift on to yesterday. What I wanted to talk about yesterday. I just kind of I woke up and I was just like, you know what? I just want to get some fresh air, and I want to start getting back in the walking and running and getting in shape. So I set out that I wanted to go for a walk today, and I went for a walk around the neighborhood. I went for a walk around the neighborhood yesterday, and it was just peaceful, not having to get up and go to work and clock and worry about a job, just kind of living that freedom lifestyle that I promote so heavily. Like I enjoy that. So I just I've been kind of taking the day off today and yesterday. Not to say that I didn't learn anything. I'm always constantly learning. I'm always constantly listening to books, but I didn't do much work today. And I caught up on rest. All right, and I don't want to keep this too long, so I'm gonna keep it moving. What's going on? I see we got a viewer. Shout out to you. How do you do? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you was yesterday. Yesterday, I'm hoping this don't go too long over, but yesterday, I had some epiphany moments. I don't know if you know what epiphany means. About 10 years ago, I didn't know what epiphany means. But it's if I was to break it down to my younger self a couple years back, epiphany is when you have that moment where you like, if something clicks in your brain, like, oh shoot, that I see why that works. Okay, I see how that can apply to my life. Okay, where you just view things from a different light. You just have an aha moment in your head. Like, let me see, give an example. Yesterday, I was cutting grass, and I was thinking in the bed earlier when I was like waking up from slumber. I was thinking like, man, it'd be so much stuff that I be wanting to tell you in this little condensed time that we have together. There's so many things that I forget to tell you, but I guess it'll leak out maybe on the next video or on future videos, even though it happened that day, and I'm not able to tell you that that particular day, another day, something that happened to where I could tell you then, but I noticed it'd be so many things that I wish I had mentioned after the video had stopped recording, you know. But yeah, yesterday I had to make a choice. And I think it's the accumulations of all the books that I've read, all the videos I watched, the training courses I've attended. I had an epiphany moment where before I started my day, this was yesterday, by the way, April the, I think, 30th. I did not make a recording about it, so I wanted to mention it here because I just kind of slept all day and kind of zoned out today. This was really nothing to report today. But yesterday, I had a conscious decision to make, and I never really seen this before, like ever. And the choice was whether to have a self-employment day. If you know about Rich Dad Poor Dad and any of the quadrants, if you know anything about that, there's different levels of quadrants. There's the E quadrant, the S quadrant, the B, and the I quadrant. I've talked about here on this episode a few times how I feel like I've been not necessarily trapped, because I don't want to bind myself into that. I'm looking to find ways to get into the B and the I quadrant, and that's the business owner and the employment, business owner and investor quadrants. And I've been in the S quadrant, which stands for self-employed. And most people are trapped in the E. And I've been like coasting my way in the S, where everything that I do, it's like I'm hands-on and I'm making the money. If I don't make the money stops. All right. So I've been experimenting with getting myself into the B quadrant, the business owner. Like, think of somebody who owns a McDonald's or and you won't catch them in there cooking the fries or taking the orders and getting the money. The actual business owner doesn't do that. But what you will find is that they run the show and they collect the money. All right. So I've been focusing on getting over into that B, or the even the I. That's a better quadrant. As talked about in the Cash Flow Quadrant book by Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. The I is the person that sells the franchise to the owner, the McDonald's owner, the person that owns the land, the investor. If you don't know, McDonald's actually isn't necessarily a burger, even though we eat burgers there and food there. Their profit margin comes from, and don't quote me. You have to look it up, but from what I heard, that the McDonald's, they're actually landowners, and that's how they got to the status of where they are as far as money, because they own the land that serves the burgers, and they're able to, when they charge leasing, they own intellectual property. Everything that's on the McDonald's franchise is owned by a certain corporation that owns the land and owns the marketing to be able to put the McDonald's brand on there, because we're so hypnotized. I'm starting to go on a tangent. But you notice how, if you think about golden arches, you know what the M looks like. You know it's yellow. You know it looks like a big, stupid, big M. That's branding, and they own that portion. So that's the investor, and that's the B and the I, and that's why they make so much money and over billions and billions of people served, because they're investors and business owners on that end. So me being that weary S quadrant, that S, self-employed, we make typically a little bit more than employees do, but we're still in the same boat. Like, if we don't do certain things, if we don't do certain things every day, then our money can drop. So we have to be present in our business. And those B and them I owners, they can go to Hawaii for a month and they come back and they done made more money than when they left, and they ain't even had their mind on business. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm shifting over to that. And let me hurry up, because I'm about to miss my movie and everything. All right, so yes, I had an epiphany moment. I had an epiphany moment yesterday, and I didn't really realize this. I had an aha moment. I was like, you know what? Today is a new day. What do I want to do today? Do I want to be a business owner, or do I want to make this day about being in the S quadrant, the self-employed? Do I want to make self-employed moves today, or do I want to make business owner moves or investor moves? But I was mainly thinking business owner moves today. Does this make sense? Let me know in the comment section if this is making sense to you. Because I never ever, like, in my umpteen years of life, like, had this epiphany. Like, what moves do I want to make today? And so you know what? I knew it'd be easier to make the self-employment move, the S quadrant move, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm used to doing. I'm not used to being an employee, so I'm not thinking about, because if I was, I'd be like, let me look online and see about getting a job. That's a self-employment move. That's an employment move. Let me look and see who's hiring. That's an employment move. But the self-employment move is, let me see. Let me go ahead and do these lines today so I can get paid. And I'd never really thought about this before. That is a self-employment move. What's a business owner move? Alexa, stop. Yeah, I really got to keep it short. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. I'm gonna really have to go after this 10 minutes.
Starting now.
So I'm trying to look at my notes because there was a lot of things that happened that was yesterday. Dang, where's my notes? And I gotta get going. Shoot. Okay, there we go. Daily diary. Is this? And then I gotta tell you about why they be selling you these houses for. I might have to do a part 3, but I'm gonna tell you about why they be selling these houses or giving away these houses for free. Oh, okay. But yesterday, so we kind of going over yesterday. I got up at like 8:45 a.m. I said, life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. That was in the book, The One Thing. I was listening to that as I woke up. They also said, happy is what we want. Must have purpose in life. Clarity comes from knowing where you're going. That's very true. I found myself even more motivated when I have a vision of where I want to go. I'm motivated and like thrusted into getting stuff done when I have a clear vision in my head. That's what say clarity comes from knowing where you want to go. And that, oh my God, I wish I had more time to tell you this. Oh my God. And if I don't tell you, I'm gonna have to just rush it in today. Yeah, so in my head, I had this clear vision of how I wanted my lawn to work, to look. And I got all the equipment to do it, pull it off. I got electronic a lawnmower, I got electronic weed whacker, I got electronic blower, I got electronic trimmers. I can have my lawn looking flawless, and it didn't like 2 days ago. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, this is what I want. I want my lawn to look like this. I don't know if it comes with age and being more mature. When you get a certain look in your yard, I don't know if you see older people really take care of their yard. I never really understood that, how they could just go above and beyond and just have a beautiful looking yard and just feel so appreciative. But I feel that now, and my yard was looking out of control. And I do a lot of yards too, but I digress. But I wanted my yard to look a certain way, and more importantly, I had this vision in my head that I wanted a fire pit. I never owned a fire pit, and just found out about a fire pit. That you could have one. I'm like, oh, I want one bad. I want one. How much does it cost? Like, it's going through my mind. I'm having a clear vision of how I want my lawn to look with the fire pit and all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's what I want. And this is how I want my lawn. And then I had all these debris. Where I'm at right now, there's a park. And there's a fence that blocks me from the park. I can't just walk into the park. I gotta walk around the neighborhood and get around the big old fence, around 4 or 5 houses, get to the entrance of the park, then go in the park. But there is a fence that I can partially see through, but it was a lot of debris from weeds and trees growing. It blocked my view from the park. And I was thinking, it would be awesome to see the park from my backyard, or the park from me looking out the window. Like, if I stand up and look out this window, I could see the park, but I couldn't see it because the trees was in the way and the vision of the park. I was like thinking that I'm in the perfect. I have enough tools to take away those trees, and I just had the vision in my head of getting that together. Now I was thinking, well, should I play this day out as a business owner, or should I play this day out as self-employed? And you know what? I had that choice to make. I had that epiphany moment like, oh snap, I have the choice. We have the choice every day to get up, whether when we're going to be in the E quadrant as an employee, a self-employed, or a business owner. And yesterday I made a choice. It was an easier choice because I'm used to the choice to let me just go ahead and do the self-employment thing and see how that feels. But and I'm gonna give into it. I'm gonna surrender to the self-employed. I'm used to surrendering to being a self-employed anyway. But if I was to be a business owner, then I would call somebody to cut my grass. I would call somebody to so while I could focus on making more money, thousands of dollars instead of 10, 20, 30, 60, $100 an hour, I could call somebody to do that while I focus on bigger money. But you know what I said? Let me give in to what I've been giving into all these years. But now I realize that I've been giving into it. Let me just go ahead and cut the yard. And so that's what I did. I didn't even have no headphones on. I'm cutting the yard. I'm just listening to the thoughts in my head, and I loved it because I didn't have music. I don't know if you ever experienced this. You have thoughts playing in your head, or it might be a song. I didn't even have songs playing in my head. That means that I've been listening to a lot of good audio. I had good thoughts running through my head of growing my business, on what to do while I'm cutting the grass. It took me about an hour or two to cut the grass. And I decided that fence that had all those weeds and trees on the yard, I said I want to get that cut. And so, excuse me, I got allergies. I got the saw. I got not the saw, but the chainsaw. I got the trimmers. So I went around to the other side of the fence so I can get a view of that yard and just look like, wow, that's nice. That's nice. And just appreciate the beauty of having that park. It's a pond in the park, and it's playgrounds. Kids play in this areas, and they're fixing up the park, and it's basketball. I can see all that clear if this bullshit off this fence was out the way. And which included me having to go next door to my neighbor's house and cut his shit down too, so I could see at an angle, because my angle kind of goes over to it's not even his yard, by the way. It's not nobody's. It's actually a bank-owned property. Nobody owns it, so I could go in there without having to ask permission. Maybe I should ask permission, but I didn't feel like I needed to ask permission. It's better to ask forgiveness than permission. That's something I learned a while back. But I went over there, and whoever decides to own that property in the future, I'm sure they'd be glad I did, because I cut all the trees and debris off of their yard so they can have a possible yard. I want to buy the house. That's another story I had to tell you another day. But I cut all the trees and debris off that yard so I can see better. And whoever, hopefully it's me, because I'm gonna contact the bank and try to buy the house next door. But so that vision you can see out into the park too for them. Now I'm gonna go back and clear mine, but when I did partial on mine, but this area, like this much of it right here, I didn't really need to see, but I want to see. I want it clear, but mainly I wanted the area over here more so clear, so I can get that direct view. So I'm cutting, and I got this vision, this clarity, this clear vision of what I want everything. And then I'm thinking fire pit, where I'm gonna go to get a fire pit, and I'm just got this. So I got this running through my head all day, and I made it happen. My yard is so beautiful right now. It's only gonna last a week. The grass go quick. I gotta cut every week, but it looks so beautiful. I got the lines edged up, but I realized it was a self-employment move. I could have had the same move, but from a business owner's perspective, by maybe going on, I don't know all the answers, but maybe going on Craigslist, find somebody that wants to work for about $10 an hour that needs a job, training them how to do it. That's a business owner move. That's a B quadrant move. And I realized that focusing my time and energy on being a hirer of people that I can train to do those type of services, so that I can expand out and not just do my yard. And I got a few other yards I cut, but expand out so I can cut these other yards and not even have to get out of bed and make a phone call and make it happen, because I got the equipment. So I knew I had that choice to be a self-employed, to be in that S quadrant that morning. I seen it so clear. I never really seen it before. It just popped in my mind. I just had an epiphany moment, like an aha moment, like, oh shit, this is what they talking about. Oh shit, like I could choose to be a self-employed person today, or I could choose to be a business owner and go behind the scenes and figure out what it's going to take to orchestrate and make all these moves. but I chose what I was used to, self-employed. But at least I knew what I was doing yesterday. What I knew, I like. But a lot of times in a lot of years, we go throughout life and we never see that clarity. We never see that vision, and we might be living that employee lifestyle mental. It was more of a mentality, or that self-employed. If you've been like me and been grinding and making your own money for a long time. And it's like you feel stuck. Like, how do you get to the next level? But I never had that vision of like, oh, it's a choice. Like it's eight something in the morning, and I choose to be self-employed, or I'm choosing to be self-employed, or I'm choosing to be a business owner today. So and focus on hiring people to do these jobs, or I'm choosing to be an investor looking for, I don't know, stocks or bonds, or a way to build a business and sell maybe instead make, because I'm thinking off the top of my head, I'm kind of freestyling. But as a business owner, I told you what it's like if I did it as a business owner. But maybe if I as an investor, I'm learning how to create systems so that I can show other people how to create this type of lifestyle where they can have people working for them. That would be an investor. I'm investing my time in creating a system that shows other people that I could. And I got to go. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes. I really got to go because the movie going to start in like 10 minutes. I need to get out of here. Alexa, it's going to have a couple credits, so I might have a little 5 minute window. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes. I really got to go after that. Alexa, set timer after 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Okay. All right. So, long story short, I did a self-employment move yesterday, and today I kind of just I still did like a little this and that. I did some study, did some reading of books, and when I say reading of books, I'm talking about listening to audio. I did that. Watched some videos, watched some trainings, learned a little bit more. I did, but I took a lot of time and I relaxed, and I didn't really do any type of real kind of work to generate income today. I chilled. Like, I was in bed. I was in this chair for a minute. I did study for like an hour, and I said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to sleep because I worked so hard the previous day on my lawn, and it looked so good. And then I stayed up late. And let me show you what the end results was. Let me show you the end results of what the yard looked like. And I'm going to show you before and after. And then let me tell you real quick. Oh, my God. This is not enough time in the freaking day. Hold on. I'm trying to get to, yeah. It's so much stuff I'll be wanting to tell you. I'm going to just it's going to have to leak into another day. But this is my screen. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah. All right. So this was the before of the. This is the before. If you see these weeds. Oh, my goodness. I'm all over the place. Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. And I got messages and supposed to be leaving out the door right now. All right. So if you see right here, this is the before. This is what it looked like. And this is the other yard I was talking about next door. I said that, and that's the park. I said, I need to clear all this out. And and then, yeah, so this is different shots of it. And by this time I'd already cut the grass for yesterday. And that's the after. And that, see how it's a better view than before. It's just a better view to the park. So I could see the lake. Before I couldn't really, you can see it, but it's like peeking through the trees. It's just a better look, man. And I just feel really appreciative and grateful that I can even have these views, man. I'm just feeling really appreciative. So I was out here, and then I was thinking about fire pit all day long, all night long, the fire pit. So it got dark, and you see I got a good view. See no trees, no sun, and I got a good view in the dark. I went ahead at the end of the night, went ahead and made this happen. All right, so I had a self-employed employment day, and I'm gonna skip through it for time's sake. And it was just like, that's all I could. It's like out the way. The price on the internet, I was having about 50. My mom kept on going fire pit. Yeah. It's some rocks and some for when we did that. It kind of pass. Like the more you think about it and harp on it and binge out on it, it kind of pass. Whatever you're thinking about on a constant, you don't get it. Just make sure it's some good shit. So yeah, that's what I got for today. As always. Yeah. All right. So look, that's what happened yesterday. Let me see. Where are you at? Yeah, we're back here. All right, yeah, and that's what happened yesterday. So yeah, clarity of vision is important. What's going on? I see you, Shan. All right, but yeah, I gotta get going, y'all. Let me just tell you, I'm gonna have to make it part 3. Let me just tell you real quick before I get out this door. Why people would want to sell these houses. But back in the day when I didn't know how to do the flip houses, I went from being homeless, broke. I had a chip on my shoulder, like I'm, and being homeless. Let me get into real estate. I read a whole bunch of books that led me to real estate. I didn't realize I could get houses the way that I'm getting them now. Like it's crazy. Nobody really teaches. Well, they do teach this stuff. I'm teaching this stuff, but it's rare to find this kind of information on like you don't really hear about this. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna get the house next door, and I doubt if that I have to pay a lot of money. I think I'll be paying $5,000 or less for that house too. But let me tell you why the people motivated to sell you and give away houses real dirt cheap or for free. It's because they're highly motivated. They might be absentee owners. They live out of state. Damn, I gotta go. Alexa, stop. They live out of state, right? That could be a reason. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 or part 3. This was part 2. They live out of there's different levels of motivation on reason why they would get away a house for free. I already said they live out of state. The house is vacant. The house is needing repairs. They need some emergency money. It's a lot of different scenarios. They could have inherited a house. The people's passed away. They lived in the house growing up. They moved out of state, maybe college, and stayed gone. The people's parents, family member passed away. They inherited the house. They no longer need it. The house needs repair, needs upkeep. So they don't, and they live in check to check. They in that E quadrant that I want you to stay out of. So it be situations like that to where they just throw up their hands and I want to be done with the property. And that's how we get these incredible deals where they either give it away for low, unheard of prices, or for free. If the house really, really needs some repair, and they'll just give it away for free because they don't want to have nothing else to do with the property. It's more of a headache. They might have back taxes on it. I was looking at a house about $12,000 back taxes. Dude wants to give it to me, but it needs a ton of work, and I still might not take it. He wants to give it to me, and I still might not take it because then I'll be taking on the responsibility of having to pay the back taxes and get the house fixed. And the house needs about $20,000 worth of work. The house isn't even worth the $20,000 worth of work it needs to put into it, plus the back taxes. It's not even worth $30-something thousand. And that's why they would give it away too free. Actually, they need to start paying. I've heard stories where investors have got paid to take over properties. People will come out of pocket. They're selling you the house, but actually they're giving you extra money on top of that just to get rid of this headache. It becomes a headache for an owner to have a property that keeps on taking money out of their pocket. They say a house is an asset, but it's not. Learn that in Rich Dad Poor Dad book. It's actually a liability. It takes money away out of your pocket if you don't do it right and have a renter. Money coming in. If you live in it yourself, you still got to pay DP&L, water. That's money going out your pocket. You got to pay taxes. All that stuff is going out your pocket. Even when you get a rental income, like I got this $5,000 house that I'm fixing up, is not rented yet, so it's still a liability until I get a renter in here. I still got to pay taxes on it. It's still a liability until it starts bringing money inside my pocket. And the house is all. It's so much I could tell you, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta get going now. All right, it's been a pleasure as always. Stay focused, learn something all the time, take action. Yeah.